Just the side of that lower back out. Feeling all good. Hearing your back crack. My back cracks all the time on these. And then you can have your right knee to your chest. Your left leg will be out straight, or you can have it on the ground, and you're going to go just nice and easy side to side. So you don't have to have your leg out straight. If it feels better to have it on the floor like this, you could do that too. And take your time. You don't have to move fast. You're just trying to get stretched out and get your hips and core moving for the day. So we're going to go about 2 more to each side. So there's 1, here's 2, there's 3, here's 4. Then you're going to have one leg up straight, doesn't matter which one. Then you're grabbing behind the hamstring or calf, and we're going to go side to side there. So again, if you like to have one foot down on the ground, as you go side to side, you can. It's up to you. If you're feeling really tight through those hamstrings, you can move a little bit slower. Right? It doesn't matter either way. Just do whatever feels good, I think. And you're just going to go side to side. Stretching out the hamstrings, feeling all good. We're going to go about 4 more here. So here is 1. Here is 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. Then we're going to bend those knees. So we're going to have our feet flat on the ground, and we're going to go into some nice, easy bridges. So we'll inhale in through that nose. Exhale, we'll press up, squeeze the glutes. Nice and easy, we'll come back down. So every time you're pressing into that bridge, try to stretch out through that lower back, trying to wake up those hamstrings. And then, of course, wake up those glutes because we're using our bands. So you know what that means. That's going to be all the glutes you could ever dream of, right? Of course. So just nice and controlled. So we're going to go about 15 more seconds here, and then we're going to hold our bridge and we'll start moving our feet with it. So just nice and controlled, whatever pace feels good to you. On your next motion, you'll press up and hold, and we're going to go up and down on those tiptoes. So tiptoes are just coming up and down nice and easy. You're trying to stay up high in that bridge, right? Your shoulders are staying relaxed, hopefully. Relax shoulders. What's that? Right? I don't know. In about 5 seconds, we're just going to hold our bridge. So you'll go up on those tiptoes. You're holding your hips up nice and high. Make sure you're squeezing those glutes, right? Then we're going to hang tight here for 10 seconds. Then we're going to get our core rolling for the day. So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to relax your hips and your heels down. So we're going to keep our head down for this core move. You're going to have your right leg up straight. You want to draw your belly button in so your lower back is down. Exhale, that leg comes down. Inhale, that leg comes up. So you want your leg nice and straight. You're focusing on your core, right? It doesn't have to be a fast movement. You want to take your time, right? Remember, your head can stay down. You're just really trying to brace that core, right? And get your core connected with leg movements. So we're going to do 2 more. Then we're going to keep our right leg up, and you're going to go wide. So exhale, you'll come wide. Inhale, you'll come back. So you're really, really, really drawing in on the core, right? When that leg goes wide, you should feel those abs tighten up even more. And your goal is to not let that left knee tilt open, right? It's going to want to because it's going to want to try to help you. But you got to be like, nah, we got this, right? So if smaller motions feel better to you, that's okay. And remember, you can go as slow as you feel like you need to. We're going to go 2 more. Here is 1. And we'll do 1 more. And then you're going to relax. So right leg is down. Left leg is up. Tighten up that core. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming up. So nice and controlled motions. Keeping our leg as straight as possible. Keeping our core braced. Right? And that just feels good, doesn't it? Sure does. So nice and controlled. Right? And we're going to do about 2 more here. Here's 1. Here's 2. Keeping that left leg up. And now we go wide. So exhale wide. Inhale back, right? So make sure you're paying attention to that right leg. Try not to let it tilt open. This movement is just in your left leg, right? And every time that leg goes wide, you could feel your left side. It's going to tighten up. That core is going to pull you in, okay? You're doing a great job taking your time. Keep it in a range of motion that you feel like you can control, okay? We're going to do 2 more. Here's 1. Here's 2. Then you're going to relax. So we're going to do some bridges. We're going to have our feet together and our knees together, and we're going to bridge up and down there. So try to keep your knees as close together as you can. You're just going to press up and then come back down. So you're trying to stay nice and tall You're trying to keep those legs together, right? Your knees are gonna wanna come apart. That's okay, that just means you're human, right? But the closer you have your feet together, the easier it makes it to keep those knees together, right? That's just science, that's physics, you know? Of course it is. So in about 15 seconds, we're gonna warm up those hips and those glutes a little bit more. Right, so on your next motion, we're gonna stay up tall and you're gonna let your knees go wide and back. So you're kind of doing like a butterfly type motion, right? Kind of imagine we have our band around our legs, but this is warming us up, right? This is gonna be a deja vu moment for you once that workout gets started. Of course it will. Okay, we got about 15 seconds, and then we're gonna relax down. So keep hanging on, keep holding the bridge, stretching out those legs as much as you can, wide and back. We're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna relax, and then we're gonna go to our side. So you can start with whatever side you would like, right? And we're gonna have our top leg is gonna be pointed, nice and straight. We're just gonna start kicking up and down to start with, right? So you can be down on your arm if you want to, whatever feels good to you. You can be up on your elbow. If it hurts your shoulder, you could always have your arm out straight too, right? All kinds of options. We're just getting the leg all warmed up and powered up for the day. Sure are. So we got about 15 seconds. And then we're gonna go to a different move. No big deal though. No big deal. So we're gonna do 2 more here. And then you're gonna take that top leg, you're gonna bring it behind your bottom leg, and you're gonna lift that bottom leg up and down. Okay, so sometimes we have that leg in front. Today we're gonna have it behind. If you need to roll over to that glute a little bit, you can. Make sure you're pointing that toe, right? And we're trying to get that inner thigh and that leg warmed up. So we got 15 seconds here. And then we're gonna get back to those glutes. Of course we are. Right, we got 5 seconds, so we'll do 3 more. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3. Now you're bringing that top leg down, and you're gonna bring top leg over, or bottom leg down, sorry. Top leg is over, we're going up and over, right? So we're making our mountain peaks. You're just kicking up and over, up and over, right? Trying to make sure that you're maintaining that range of motion. You're staying up nice and tall, right? And you're trying to kick up as high as you can every time. Keeping that core tight. Try not to let your body rock too much. We got about 15 seconds. Then we're going to go to our other side, right? So we're almost there. You got 10 seconds to go. Right, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you're going to relax, and we'll go to the other side. So once you're switched, you can go ahead and get started. That top leg, remember, is just going to kick up and down. So you're pointing that toe, your leg is straight. Remember, you can be down on your arm, whatever you're more comfortable with. It doesn't make too much of a difference, right? We're warming up, so you might as well make it somewhat comfortable. And you want to think about keeping your core tight. Try to let those shoulders relax, right? Try not to tense yourself up too much. Okay, we got about 15 seconds, and we're going to do that inner thigh lift, right? So we're gonna go 5 more. Here's 1, here's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you're gonna bring that top leg behind. You're gonna roll back to that glute. We're lifting our bottom leg up and back, up and back. Right? So nice and controlled. Right? Making sure you're breathing. Right? You're trying to keep that leg straight. It might be burning already. You got 15 seconds. We're finally getting warmed up here. Right, and we're almost done with warm up for the day. Okay, we got 3 more. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3. Then we're gonna go up and over. So we're kicking up and over, right? Up and over. Nice and controlled. So remember, you wanna try to maintain that height the whole time. You wanna try to keep your leg as straight as you possibly can. Right, and you're breathing, of course. And we're not even doing this one too long. We got about 15 seconds, and then we're gonna get started for the day. Okay, nice and controlled here. You got 1 more up and over. Here's 1, and relax. Okay, so we are gonna get started with the band. So the band is gonna be up above your knees the whole time. right? If you didn't have a mini loop, you can always tie a long band, but you want it just right above your knees there and try to make sure it's on there nice and secure. And then from there, you're gonna have one dumbbell. So we're gonna do a little bit of shoulder work with glute work, right? So what you're gonna do here, we're gonna start on our right side and you're gonna have the weight in your left hand. So we're gonna start with a clamshell. You're gonna have your feet together, your knees are bent. You're gonna do a overhead or a shoulder press as your knee goes wide and come back, right? So you're pressing and coming wide. So kind of a double whammy here. Then we're gonna hold that move and we'll keep moving our arm. Ready? And go. So you lift and press and then back. So remember with that band, your goal is to try to keep resistance in it that whole time, right? So you wanna make sure there's no slack. Again, on this, since there's two different movements, you wanna go slow and controlled, right? So there's no point of going as quickly as you can, okay? And 10 seconds, we're gonna hold our knee wide, but keep pressing with our arm. So we'll do two more. There's one, there's two. Now keep that left leg up and you're just gonna press with that arm, right? So we're pressing our arm, we're keeping resistance in that band, right? We're kind of doing a double whammy is what I call these. So nice and controlled presses. Okay, we got about 15 seconds. And then we're gonna move on to the other side. Okay, we got 10 seconds to keep that top leg high. We got 3 more. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3. All right, relaxing, going to our left side. Okay, so right leg will be up top, bend those knees, feet are together. You'll lift and press, and then come back, right? So lift and press, and back. And remember, on any of these moves, if your weight feels like too much, you can, of course, go without a dumbbell, right? But make sure that you're able to keep resistance in that band that whole time, right? If your band is rolling, that's just kind of what they do sometimes, right? You can do it, though. So nice and controlled. It's like you're shooting that weight straight up from your shoulder and then back. Okay, you're doing a great job. In 10 seconds, we're going to hold that band high and keep pressing that arm. So keep that leg high. We're pressing our arm up and down. So focusing on that posture, keeping that leg nice and high, right? And we're pressing, right? You're doing a great job. Staying tall, keeping that leg up. Keep on breathing. You got 15 seconds. And then we're gonna go to a fun little bridge move. Yay, bridges. Bridge, 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 right? Doing a great job. 2 more. Here's 1. Here's 2. Okay, so setting your weight down. We're gonna alternate between a bridge move and a tabletop move. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna just keep your feet can be about hip width apart. You're gonna be up in a bridge. We're gonna pulse wide with the band, right? And then we're gonna bring our hips down. You'll come to tabletop and you'll pulse wide there. We're gonna alternate between those two. Okay, so go ahead, you're in your bridge, you're pulsing those legs nice and wide. So remember, you wanna not let those knees come together. You're actively adding resistance to the band that whole time. You're staying up nice and tall, right? And your glutes should be burning a little bit because you just did some clamshells. Okay, you're doing a great job. Keep on pulsing through. Okay, so now you're gonna bring your hips down, brace that core. Legs are in tabletop, you're gonna go wide there. So when your legs go wide, make sure that your knees, your hips, and your ankles are all moving together, right? Don't just move your knees. You want everything to move as a unit, and this is gonna connect your core to your glutes, to your quads, to those legs. Okay, in 10 seconds, we're gonna go back to our bridge. So nice and controlled, pull those tummy muscles in tight, right? We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet come down, up in your bridge, and wide, wide, wide. So these don't necessarily have to be fast, right? You can just focus on actively pressing and controlling that resistance band and holding that bridge. But you want to do it nice and controlled, right? So don't just be bouncing your legs around. Okay, if the resistance, if your glutes aren't burning, obviously you need a heavier resistance, right? This shouldn't be easy. We have 5 seconds, and we're going to go back to tabletop. And you're going to bring those hips down, legs are in tabletop, and we're going wide. So remember, when you're doing that tabletop, your knees, hips, ankles are all one unit, right? So your core is staying tight. You're keeping those legs in a tabletop position. We have 15 seconds until we go to our next move, right? So keep holding on to it. You have 10 seconds to go. Going wide with it. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're gonna relax and you're gonna bring your band down to your ankles or calves or shins, whatever you like. Okay? So you're gonna be on your right side again, right? And we're doing kind of our double whammy here, right? So you're gonna have your weight by your shoulder and the left arm, your left leg kicks and you press, right? Kick and press and back, right? Oh, did we do this? Yeah, we did, but now our legs are straight, okay? So you're gonna press up and back. Press up, and remember, you always wanna have that band nice and tight, right? You wanna make sure that your band isn't gonna have any kind of slack, right? And if you like to be down low, you can, right? Here I am down low, right? But this is gonna work your core a little bit more, right? Your body's not as close together, it's a little bit harder, okay? So keep that leg wide, and now we press, right? We're pressing. So hold that resistance as much as you possibly can. Keep on lifting that weight up and down. Okay, you're doing a great job. Keep on breathing. Keep on moving. Hold that resistance. I actually think it's harder to keep my core tight lower. So if you're going down low here, it's hard. We got 5 seconds, so let's do 2 more. There's 1. There's 2. All right, switching sides. Now we're on the left side. Right leg's in charge, right arm is in charge. You lift and press and back, right? Lift and press and back, right? I think it's harder down lower, so that's what I'm going to, right? So keeping the core tight, keeping resistance. There's a lot of moving parts to this. Even though it looks pretty simple, it's not, right? Nothing's simple in Pilates. Okay, you're doing a great job pressing and lifting. Okay, so now that leg stays up, your arm is pressing up and back, right? So leg is holding, weight is moving. Okay, you're doing a great job. Keep breathing, keep pressing. Oh yeah, we're gonna press all the way. Okay, you're doing a great job. We got 15 seconds. Keep that leg up as high as you can. You're almost there. We got 3 more. Here's 1. Here's 2, here's 3. All right, so we're gonna bring that weight down. You're gonna go back to your back, right? So we're gonna keep, or actually we'll bring our band up. We're gonna bring our band up above our knees here, and we're gonna do a little bit of bridging here. So we're gonna have our feet hip width apart again. You're gonna hold your bridge. This time you're gonna bring your right leg towards you. It's gonna come back down. Right leg towards you and then back down. Right leg towards you and back down. If it bothers your back to do any kind of single leg bridge, you can repeat and just pulse those legs wide and keep both feet down too, just like this, right? So you can always do that move if one leg feels like too much. But your goal is to almost get that right leg to where tabletop would be, right? Your knee right above your hip. Okay, so you're adding that resistance, you're pulling and coming back. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 more. Here's 1, here's 2. Okay, of course, right leg is down, left leg gets in on that action. Okay, so nice and controlled. Remember, if you need both feet down, you just keep on pulsing. Okay, nice and controlled, right? Keep those hips high. And then in about 15 seconds, we're gonna do an alternating march. Yes, that's what you wanted to hear. I can tell. 2 more, here's 1. There's 2. Okay, so now you're gonna alternate. So you got 1, and then the other. 1, and then the other, right? So nice and controlled. Remember, if you're modifying, yeah, you're still pulsing. Remember, I said modifying doesn't make it any easier for you. Okay, nice and controlled. We got 15 seconds, right? Yes, you're almost there. We're gonna go 1 more to each leg. Here's 1, here's 2. You're gonna relax. And we're gonna take our band off, right? So we're done with our band for the day. But we're gonna have both dumbbells. Yay, dumbbells, right? Yeah. So on this, I'm gonna go lighter weights. I almost grabbed my heavy weights, that's been bad. So what you're gonna start with here, it's gonna be like a dead bug motion. So we're gonna start with our feet on the ground to build into this. So you're gonna have your left leg come up, your right arm comes back, and then you're gonna alternate side to side like that, right? So it's going opposites. We've got one foot down on the ground right now to start with, okay? And you're focusing on keeping your core tight, okay? So as we get going here, I'm gonna show you how to advance this move if you want to. But if you feel comfortable right here and sticking to this, that's perfectly fine, okay? So if you wanna make it harder, you're gonna have your legs in tabletop, and then you would lower and come back doing the core bracing type move there, right? So either way you do it, it's still gonna work that core. You wanna focus on your form, of course, right? So it's opposites, right? You're tapping and coming back. And remember, your feet don't have to touch the floor. You do wanna keep those knees bent though, right? So you're trying to hold that 90 degree. Of course you are. Okay, and you're doing a great job moving through this motion. Going side to side. Okay, we got 15 seconds. And then we're gonna go to our next move, of course. Right, nice and control. Okay, we're gonna go 5 more. There's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, here's 5. And you're gonna relax. You can set those weights down. Okay, so now what you're gonna do, if you can, you're gonna have your weights by your chest, your legs would be in tabletop. You're gonna press and kick both legs out. You would come back in, legs come down. Now, if that feels like too much on your back, that's no problem. Just do one leg at a time and do that same motion, okay? You ready? And go, right? So you can do both legs and press out and kick out as long as you're able to brace that core, okay? If that doesn't feel good, remember you can have one leg out, right? And one leg down, okay? So you're pressing as you're kicking, you're straightening that leg. And I'll tell you when it is halfway. So if you're doing one leg at a time, you'll be able to even out those legs. Of course, right? That's what it's all about. You don't want to be lopsided or anything. Okay, you're doing a great job. There is your halfway marker. So if you were modifying and you want to switch legs, go for it, right? And you'll go right on into it. Okay, so keep on breathing, keeping the core tight, keeping the lower back down. Okay, we got 15 seconds. Then we're gonna go into our next move. Okay, you're doing a great job. You got 10 seconds to go. Right, we are almost there. Controlling the core, controlling the arms. You're gonna go 3 more. Here's 1, here's 2, here is 3. Okay, then our weights are gonna come down. We're gonna have 1 dumbbell. So what we're gonna do here is a single leg bridge, okay? So I'll show you how to modify it if single leg bridges aren't your thing. You're gonna have 1 leg down, right? So we'll go right leg down, left leg would be in tabletop. You would hold the bridge the whole time, the weight and your knee meet, and then you'll extend and then come back. Extend and then come back. So on that, if lower back doesn't want you to do a single leg bridge, just do more of a core bracing, right? And tuck your knee in and out and take the bridge out, okay? Ready? And go. So your goal is to try to get your knee to that weight every time, right? So your elbows can be bent. If your arms were straight with that weight, it's a lot harder, okay? So taking your time with this move, you're gonna get a lot of core action if you get the weight to your knee every single time, right? And remember, core bracing and keeping those hips down will still work your core and you'll still get that same benefit. Okay, we got 5 more. There's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, here's 5. Okay, so now we're gonna switch. So left leg is down, right leg is on that tabletop, the weight and knee are together and apart, right? Together and apart. So nice and controlled, holding that bridge. Remember, if you need your hips down, that's fine too. Okay, taking your time, keep on breathing, right? Yes. Right, we are almost there. We got 15 seconds, right? And we're gonna be almost done for the day already. 10 seconds. Okay, you're doing a great job. You're almost there. We got 2 more. Here's 1, Here's 2. You're gonna relax. And that's all we got for today, right? Nothing too crazy. Just a good little burn.